is working. I'm gonna turn down the audio a little bit for game audio because I think once I bring the game back up, it'll be a little loud. I know it was on my end. The audio cuts out like as soon as I click off it, so I don't know how to check if it's loud enough unless I go grab my phone and check on there. I think I'm gonna do that real quick just to make sure audio's good before I get into it. Fell out of my chair there for a second. Alright. Might be a little bit of an echo here when I open this up. Just because I'm playing the audio on my phone so I can hear it. Can you hear my voice at all? No, it's still a little loud. You can hear my voice, it's just a little loud. Alright, how's that? Good enough, I think. Maybe one tick lower. What about now? No, that's fine. Alright, muting my phone audio. And I don't think my overlay is going to work with this. So I'm just going to have chat on my phone then. But yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about this game for a long time, and I've been really wanting to get into it. But every time I do, I just kind of stop. It's a very slow game, but like, it's not particularly boring, I don't think. I'm going to go with normal mode. Dad's real late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Put my headphones on right. I had it on weird. And I don't know how to pronounce that name. Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. This is not the channel to come to for incredible voice acting. I'm terrible at it. Hey, I'm home. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Is that how you pronounce it? That's what I'm going with. You take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Dad? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monster, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. It reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? Any fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong. Are little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? Oh, it's one of those kind of games. I like pretty clothes, but they just don't get dirty. But they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, what with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Why don't you come over here and have a look? I can't read for shit. I like how it turns frame like just slightly. Like she could see that he was there the entire time. That's super goofy to me. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss, here, wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. A pair of amber eyes to go with it. Hmm. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway, and why is he hurt? Why did you bring him into our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mom? Dialogue is a little goofy. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from... The names in this game are... I do not know how to pronounce like half of them. Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this little boy when I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? I'm reading this like the most monotone voice, but there's just so much fucking dialogue to get through here. I'm just not even gonna bother. Look at my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why not? That's the question. I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey. I don't know why, but the exclamatories are weird where it's just like a one-line response. You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. What kids talk like this? Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the subject. Ow. I love just ow. They need a whole separate text box for that. Quit yelling. Alright, already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. This girl is crazy. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so you think it would be unfair and impolite to not tell me yours? I can read, I promise. Seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Jesus Christ, it's very hot in my room all of a sudden. I don't know why. I closed the window, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. I guess I said I don't know why, but I closed the window would be why. I just didn't think it would be this bad. I might need to open it again here in a minute. My name is... And they just don't tell us. We'll get there eventually. And the opening. Hell yeah. I don't want to skip the opening since I'm on video. Normally I like if I'm just playing a game like this, I'll just skip the opening. I don't really care enough. Was that just that's just an actual gun? I thought this was like medieval. I've already kind of lost the plot here. Oh, it's one of those JRPGs. Okay. Now I understand a little better. Very like Final Fantasy kind of world. Like steampunk more like, or magic punk. I don't know how you would put it. I played a little bit of this before. I think I skipped the opening and it was a while back, so I don't remember any of this, and there's a little bit of whiplash just in the opening. Really focusing on the ship. I'm assuming that's gonna be a big part of it. I mean, it's called Trails in the Sky, so that kind of makes sense. Dope. Okay. She's gonna throw us back in. If you actually get to move around here. There's gonna be another 2 minutes of cutscenes and dialogue before we get to going anywhere. It is a very slow game. That's about the only thing I remember about it. I don't even think I got through like the intro when I tried it before. It's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. I don't know why I said rock like that. That, that must mean it's dad. Ugh, that must mean it's dad's turn to cook this morning. I can read, I promise. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Hey, we actually get his name there. I don't know why they just cut off right before his name. If they're just gonna tell us immediately after, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then too. He's got the harmonica? I like the way that the characters aren't like, they're not rendered in 3.6, like they're not like a 3D model, I don't think. Like I think they're just drawn in, so they have to like, they don't rotate the same with all of the objects in the world. It's kind of funny looking. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. I was already up when I heard you start to play. Can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. I can read, I promise. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I'm clearly the woman of the house. That makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? What is this dialogue? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. The Whereabouts of... So is he like the bard? I wish I could play the harmonica like you. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. I don't know, I've played a harmonica, it's not that bad. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's just really a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how will we get some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is gonna be impressed with that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Well, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? So it's one of those kind of games. That's enough talk about hobbies for now. For your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Nah, bugs rock. I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't both of you hurry down before it gets cold? Okie dokie. I'm on my way. How much more dialogue do we have to get through before we get to play the game? I don't remember it being this bad. I think I might have just clicked through it all, though. Thanks for the grub. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. I can read, I promise. I'm going to be saying that a lot throughout this. There's such an ungodly amount of dialogue. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour your energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you. That means a lot. What? I can read, I promise. God damn it. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. Tutorial. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. You just watch and see how I'm capable of, Dad. See what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you two. That's spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck in a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Tutorial. You mentioned, I guess I kind of remember saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Star emoji, I guess. How'd you do that? How'd you say that out loud? Honestly, I don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Don't call yourself Papa. Don't do that. I don't like that. I actually don't like that. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? That should not be one word. I think over and optimistic are two words. I don't think those combine like that. You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara, I don't know how to pronounce that. Shara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Shit, I didn't think there was any more talking, so I went to take a hit of my vape. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Ron-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right, I just want to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for any fancy, but do try to make something edible. Why is this an essential part of the opening? I guess try to get us acclimated with the characters or something. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. Was that like in her head? Like, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of Liberal News, the general goods store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it, one copy of Liberal News from the general goods store. Okay, so I'm assuming that's like a side quest. Yeah. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. I'll spend it on health potions or something. I know it's a JRPG, so I'll need something like that. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later. Work hard and give Charizard my regards. Oh, I was thinking I would use WASD. Okay, I could use the arrow keys. Hold on. There's just no... There's no, like, settings for controls. So I guess we're stuck with arrow keys. Oh, this feels weird. I might just switch back to just using... Yeah, we're just going to use mouse, so we're just going to point and click it. I do like the mini-map. I can kind of just not... I don't even need to like look at the screen, I can just look at the mini-map. Roland City is in the opposite direction. You're not sleepwalking again, are you? How about you just be quiet and keep comments to yourself? Oh, wasn't there like... Oh yeah, it's the scroll wheel. What's over here? Nothing. Oh, there's signs that tell me where I'm going. Yeah, Roland, it says it on the sign. Okay. Looks like we made it. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. It's kind of funny because I'm assuming this is like, since JRPG, it's Japanese, but in the US, Sunday school is like church. I don't think you can graduate from church. So it's just kind of a funny, like, culture thing. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. I think I already read that line. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through the last hazing from Shara. You look ready to meet. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracers Guild over there then. I need to pick up newspaper. That looks like a guild symbol. Yeah. Oh, you have to like walk the whole way through there. I thought it'd just be like a click on the area entrance. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning. Morning. Is Shara here today? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll be recognized as members of the Bracers Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. At some point, I also want to do like 100% playthrough of this, because I know there's like a whole lot of extra stuff in it. But we're just going to do a normal playthrough for now. I'm just calling you Charizard from now on. Good enough. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, tarot cards. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Oh, it's the same person. I was thinking Shara and Sherazard were two different people, but it's just like a nickname for the same person. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is the rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. It's my last day of training. I figured why not. I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I could think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you manage to forget it. I can read, I promise. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is over naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. And her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice eventually, probably. Alright then. I guess there's not much I can do now except for hope for the best. Hold on a second. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Cher, you were not trying to predict... You were not. I can read, I promise. By the way, Cher, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face is really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading of what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. That's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown. Jesus Christ. Cough like crazy. I think I choked on the water I just drank. Just a little bit. Went down the wrong pipe or something. Give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge a bracer should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. What would you like to know about? There's no option to skip tutorial. I don't want to read all of this. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects will be produced depending on their structure and type of quartz or process septium installed. Oh, it's only been about 50 years since their invention. These devices still play an integral role in all facets of life. So I know there's a lot of like world building in this, and like there's many more games, so I'm assuming like all of the next games in the series are just like gonna be like this is all ancient technology and stuff, because like we're like hundreds of years in the future or something is what I'm assuming. These devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. Its connection to this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Do I need more lore? I'm just gonna go for all the lore. It's my first my first real playthrough. I kind of skipped through a lot of stuff when I tried playing the game before. So I guess I'll go through it and all the world building stuff just so I can know it. Bracer are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain stability of their respective regions. And they aid the community in various ways, exterminating monsters. I can read, I promise. Preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracers Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the Bracers in each region. Kingdom of Lorbrol, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Lorbrol is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent. Is known for its high-level technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Lorbrol in protecting its independence, as it has contended with the neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. I'm also looking at this map, but like, the image quality is not great, even on like my side. So like, I can't tell what a lot of this stuff says. Alright, that's it. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. We're going to speed things up now and move into the practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if it was a real bracer job. So what you're saying is there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your tasks. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. They keep talking about like actually getting to go out and do shit, but I'm still stuck reading dialogue. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. God damn it, more dialogue. Before that, there's something we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, get one for each of yourselves. I keep forgetting it's not WASD. What is my talk button? Oh, it's right click. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebook. Just my quest log, I'm assuming. Serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Yeah. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. They're making a really big point of like something at this point in time is like just a staple of games, like having a log. But they're like there's like a whole like cutscene for it, I guess. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me it is my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keep an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door, you can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, a exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names of the list, you can view their details. Got it. Training retrieval. Client Charizard, pay 500. Direct quest. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. See Charizard for details. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there's a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. What? HLS? That's so? Is that so? There's a little bit of a typo there. Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learn about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okie dokie. They just teleport us there for more dialogue. Great. They really wanted to make sure at the start of this game you just didn't do any gameplay for as absolutely long as possible. I'm at a half an hour into the stream already. Here's where you will learn how to use Orbital Factory's services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The Bracer's business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. So what is it that you would like to know about? Orbments. Mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. Definition that means lights, airships, engines, so they're types of orbments. However, the ones we discussed today are battle orbments. Chance. I'm just gonna click through the tutorial for this. I'm not even gonna bother. No, I didn't mean to click on it again. God damn it. Leave. We'll figure it out. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use services here. For that, we're gonna need some Sepath. Like I said, I played a little bit, so I think I've got the orb mechanic figured out a little bit. Now I want you to begin your first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Okay, so Estelle can use just any elemental, and then he specifically is time-based. I don't know why they did that. I guess, you know, main character makes sense that you can use any element. But why Joshua? Normally at a shop you would be able to exchange Sepath from here, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options like modifier trade to use the Orbital Factory services. Okay. If you need to use the Orbital Factory, give Freddy Hollow. Oh, it's the wrong guy. I need to go to this guy. So, modify and trade. Oh, so we need money to open more slots. So I have like the basic slot, assuming he has the same. Yeah. Okay, so that's time elemental, so that's be the only one I can use for Joshua. We're just going with the basic HP. Just some nice tankiness would probably help. So we'll go ahead and slot in. Yeah. Or do I do it in here? Yeah. Okay. Give her an HP. Oh, and she already has some orbs too. Oh, that's just orbital, or like that's just extra skills I get for the orb that's slotted. Okay. So that gives me speed, like action. So I'm assuming that just lets you move first. Honestly, can I buy another one of those? You forget it's right click. I don't have the black gems for it. But no, actually, if I get 2 actions, just to have, like, because in turn-based combat games, the action economy is kind of everything. So just having more actions, because she can equip any element, so I'm assuming I can just hit 50 times before the enemy does anything. I also remember this game had, like thing where like you were actually like moving around the battlefield. So I'm assuming just having her tank in the front, and then him, if I can give him any ranged options plus action, that might be the best way to go. I'm assuming like he's gonna be more bard-like. I keep forgetting right-click talks. Okay, talk to her. So you finished installing your quartz, have you? Since you have both recovery and attack art set up, it appears you don't need any more instruction from me about how to do this task. Hey, I did it early. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you like to use more powerful arts, check with the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebook to find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbaments. The more slots you have available, the broader range of choice you'll have, since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots. It'd be a good idea to open them all early on. Now when you use a set path to open slots in each of your orbaments, go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Dope, okay. So I'm going to open... So she can equip anything. Well, hold on. Okay, he could also equip anything here. So actually, we're going to open up a slot for him. Can I open one? No, I don't have enough for both. Shit, I can't select another core. I was going to give him an HP thing as well. Go to work on opening a slot, Joshua. Since your central slot is limited to a certain element, it would be best to increase your ornaments number slots early on. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you both were waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense worrying about it now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for it. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Mr. Melders, Frankie, or Freddy, thank you for all your help. I can read, I promise. This is gonna be terrible. Don't mention it, and good luck with the rest, with that test of yours. Jesus Christ, I'm so bad. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. Our training has finally come down to this. Do we finally get to play the game? Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but there's not going to be a paper test or something. Did Costas drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? Hey, man, you jot down what you read in your brace notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine Idios, I don't know how to pronounce that. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you're acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in the classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate it at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. So how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. If you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyways, you both saw on the bulletin board this test will be a search conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Can we just play? Why is there so much preamble to this? Also, let me give you this before I forget. Receive tier bomb, receive monster guide. What's this book for? It's called the monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in here. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. Jesus Christ. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget, though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Okie dokie. Appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging any further battles. Orbit charge station recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As recovery point approach, an exclamation mark appear, 2 choices displayed. Press the OK button by selecting the rest option. All HP and EP will be restored. Gotcha. I did waste a little bit in the shop, so I should probably use that. Yeah, when I was figuring out the skills, I actually wasted a little bit of my EP, I guess it's called. Monster 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions of the start of the battle will change depending on how monsters engage. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked from an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Basic JRPG stuff. Okay. Nice. Okay, I do like this combat system. Okay. So I'm just gonna use a basic attack and see how that works. Oh shit. I guess they are tutorial enemy. How far in are we? Yeah, we're over 45 minutes in, and we're just now getting to the combat tutorial. So I can't use anything. I don't know what the difference between art and craft are, because I saw that there was the orbment art. So I'm assuming these are like physical special skills, and these are like magic special skills is what I'm assuming. You can't get there yet. So we're just going to set you up here for now, because he'll probably have to waste all his movement just getting to us. You can't get there yet, so we're going to wait. Can you get there yet? Almost. Okay, he's just not moving, so that I can just run up. Okay, and she can attack from a tile away. Okay, now I'm gonna worry about him running up to attack me. He's not gonna do that yet.
Alright, we're good to go.
Oh, we get the gems for orbs. Nice. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be in effect. Okay, so it's like has like D&D swarm mechanics, I guess. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay, well, apparently not. I thought it would just be like you do half damage. Effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, by using charge station and other items like an EP charge. So, use my arts. Aqua Bleed shoots heavy stream of water at enemies, and then that's the heal one. So I want to use the zap one. Speeds up the flow time, increase your speed. Emits a time shaking pulse. Faint 20%. I don't know what faint does. Yeah, they're just gonna pass for this tutorial. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, this is a tutorial, so I don't know how good that damage is, but 90 damage seems like a lot. Dope. And more gems. I need those black gems so I can get more time shit, because the action point thing sounds really good, actually. Let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limit, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Crafts character-specific skills, which not only deal a lot of damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Can CP gradually gained by dealing out or receiving damage. Okay, so art is like those gems we had before, and then crafts are just like character-specific special abilities. Give strength to allies. Okay.
Come on.
Dope, and they're instant. They don't take time like arts do. And this is just a 2-hit attack. Dope, okay. Oh shit, the enemies fight back. Damn. Okay. Dope, okay. And then we can just pummel them in now.
Piece of cake.
Got curative horn. Ooh, chest. Found reviving balm. Still lets me click on it. Because of you. Nice work, hero. Tests them to because of you. Nice work. Okay. I was wondering if it did anything. Before I fight him. Can I go over here? The door is rusted. Appears to be locked. Okay, we'll probably come back there at some point. What a surprise. Another creepy thing. I just wish there were an easy way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick. Just the catch is your CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts which are unleashed as S-break can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-breaks within the main menu. Their actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge reaches 0. S-crafts to be used as S-breaks can be changed by going to tactics. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I can do it on any enemy?
Here I come.
Dope, okay. Can I also attack the same guy so we can just get this guy dead? Shit. I tried breaking turn order there, but apparently it already passed the enemy's turn. Dope. Get a lot of these defense jewels. Nothing over there. Skipping all of this. I'm sure I'll figure it out. These icons indicate bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to character's icon, they receive that bonus. Okay. So, Sepith bonus? Does that mean my arts will have better... Well, I don't have red Sepith. Alright, we're just going to... Yeah, I don't have any... I'm just gonna call them craft points because, you know, the abbreviation that they use is kind of bad. Jesus. I still can't use that. I guess we'll knock out one of... Who gets to attack next? That guy? He's pretty far away. Hopefully he has to use all of his movement. So then we just get to use our thing. Okay, I don't have enough craft points yet, so we're just gonna try to mess these guys up. Less enemies means more action economy in our favor. Hold on. Forgot, I still need to use arts for those guys. Okay, he's just standing there. And yeah, just basic attack on that guy. She's got a lot of craft points. So hopefully she can use her thing. He's just not moving. No, she can't use her thing, but I think this has, yeah, that has max range. And he can just make his way over there. But I'm pretty sure she's just gonna kill it. Dope.
Cool.
We get a lot of these defense ones. I still have not gotten any of the time ones. Found a small box. A couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside the boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all. This has nothing to do with our mission. This is what I like to call good, honest curiosity. Sorry, take a drink of water. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with teensy weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. You just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. As long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Sheriff when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Dope. Not this one. It's up here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here first and rest while I have the chance. Good work, you two. As a rule of trading, I'm going to need to confirm the items that in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured we should try and set us up like that. Congratulations. to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough training for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test? You still have to learn how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. Jeez. My voice is gonna kill me after this. I chose a terrible game to play for this, but I really wanted to get into it because a lot of people said this is like a really good game. Like, the story and characters were great and all that, so I was like, I'll try it out. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up. The finish line is in sight. Agreed, it seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you've resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your jobs as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Ina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you'll be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Upon reaching the counter and a talk mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select report to report to the guild. $500. Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in amount of pay you receive. So I'm guessing you get like bonuses for like doing it like with high health or something like that. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira is the only thing you will receive. You also accumulate. I can read, I promise. You also accumulate points, which are known as BP. Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. With these points exceed a certain when these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a bracer and will be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of junior bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebooks. Please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ina, and sorry about putting more work on your plate than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Alright then. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your own real-world experiences. Well then, Shara holds up 2 small boxes. Aren't those... In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside. Are you saying that's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't both of you have a look inside and see what's inside? Sweet. Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Receive junior bracer emblem. This crest is, so does that mean that we're Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright, beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations to you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just now beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua, you should be jumping for joy. Or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world, we did it. I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I am starting to grow on the characters a little bit here, but still, there's so much dialogue for the start of a game. I hate to interrupt the celebration, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand you've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it, training new recruits is one of a Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for both of you, work hard and become full-fledged Bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see both of you become respectable Bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. Dope. I just don't get it. Get what? This Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young Bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad such a high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your point of view, it doesn't come as a surprise you would see him in that fashion. Never mind, let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior Bracers. Right. Dope. He wanted us to grab that newspaper too. Child. Hurry up and come on. Wait for me. Oh, it's you two. Oh great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, little twerp. What's with the oh great, it's Estelle remark? What's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Why don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their fat nose in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a Bracer you want to be. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks he's better tasting milk in the world than a milk that comes from the Purzel farm. No way, you're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we're qualified to become real Bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real Bracers. More like Bracers in training, really. I don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy, unlike that small Alec and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a Bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a Bracer for me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a Bracer till you're 16 years old, get it? Only mature people allowed. That means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to go train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a Bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright. See you later. That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child could be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Alright. Yeah, general goods. Need to pick up newspaper. Spamming through it. I don't need all this. Jesus Christ, there was so much dialogue in this. Just give me a ton of shit and let me leave. Okay, gave me like a food tutorial. I'm assuming it's just normal buff shit. So we have the recipes that I saw in there, plus, yeah, it shows recipes here. So it'll be like a food crafting mechanic. And then my healing items, of course. I didn't even know that was the thing, that they can neutralize an ornament, but I'm gonna buy one of those just in case. Gets rid of debuffs. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and buy a few of these. I should have 800. Oh, they're 200 apiece. Alright, and then I got some extra gems. Can I go ahead and craft anything with that? Oh my god, so much fucking dialogue. I just want to buy shit. Okay, so I didn't get any more HP gems. Ooh, time to cast arts is cut. That would be huge. Max EP and hit. I don't know what that means. Just the amount of times you can hit per turn, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking we go. You know, let's just grab an attack one for now. That seems like the safest bet. Is that just like selling my gems for money? Right, and then I have to actually equip it. And he gets a firebolt. And status. Strength is 45, strength is 42. She has a lot less HP than him, because even with the HP gem, he still has a little more. Her defense is a little higher, though. Glad I found you two. Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni and Luke. And Pat ran off. I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies in the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmelis? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out on other Bracers business, so I went to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Josh and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior Bracers today. With all due respect, I believe Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracers Guild, I ask you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of those children. I can read, I promise. I don't know why it's even worse than it normally is. Roger that. Understood. The Esmelis Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get onto the Malga Trail to the Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. Dope. So this is our first real job. Come on, Josh, we don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Okay. I also completely forgot where she said that was. Okay. I have the map. It's just north. Landing port. Am I going the right way? No, I remember she said something about northwest. I don't think this is the right spot. So... Oh, there it is. Malga Trail. Nope, the enemy. Okay, we'll actually start getting into combat here. Strength up here. So he'll just definitely kill this guy. He did over half the first time anyways, so he was pretty much already guaranteed a kill. Shit. Can he get all the way over there? No. We'll go ahead and use an art. We'll just firebolt it. Actually, that was a terrible idea. Oh no, he just didn't do anything. Okay.
Alright, we're good to go.
Beast Flesh, we got some more gems. So we want to come up from the back of this thing, like that. Yeah. That thing's real far away, so we're just gonna do this. Probably a bad idea to use all my EP. Okay.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Trying to make sure I hit him from behind. Yeah, we'll just run up and smack this guy a bunch. We'll make sure we go for the same one, so that I know I can hit it. Good, he should kill it this turn.
Alright, we're good to go.
Dope, we're almost leveled up. Is this the backside? Okay, I couldn't tell. Let's try clock up. Okay, so I kind of just wasted two turns to give him an extra turn. So that's actually kind of just useless. Okay. But I can also do this. And just take out a plant there. Oh shit, that knocks so far back. Does using an item... Does this take up a turn? Yeah. Yeah, let's just deal with this guy as quickly as we can. Then we just have that one plant. It knocks so far back though. Can we get all the way up there in time? Yeah, it leaves us plenty of movement. We're just gonna take a few hits on the way. Or hold on. I'm a dumbass. He should have just used his arts. Oh wait, she had an extra turn after that too. It's fine. We're right here anyways. We get extra. We have a bunch of extra turns. She gets. I think that's a crit buff. No, it's just strength. Shit, she can't do anything. Shit. We moved him too far back. That was not. I didn't do particularly well there, but it's fine.
All right, we're good to go.
And a chest here. Nothing. Not a thing remains in the chest except a lonely dead spider. It's just the same thing every time. Yeah. It gives me the option to check it again, so I keep wanting to like thinking there's gonna be something in there. There's the Malcolm Mine and then Tower. Yep. And it's this side? No. It's the side with the flowers on it. Yeah, these guys, I guess it's just best to shoot them because getting up to them is a pain in the ass. Jesus Christ, they just knocked her the fuck out. Alright, then he can get it this turn. Or next turn, but before the enemy gets a go.
We're good to go.
Those plants are a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, that's good enough. Oh. Shit, they got me first. I was gonna try to come around behind him. So I want to murk this guy because he's charging up something. Oh wait, his turn would have come for ages. God damn it, I'm a dumbass. Oh, she loses all craft points whenever she goes down? That's ass. And he gets crit bonus. That sucks. Oh, before I kill him, heal her and then kill that guy. So yeah, he just gets a lot of extra action points, I guess. Oh, there's the tower. Dope. Looks like we've come all the way to it. I didn't see any signs of a long trail, so do you think they wandered inside? It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Are you alright? Luke, Pat, if you can hear me, answer me now. Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. we going to do? Somebody help. You know what? I'll just rush in. Estelle, you idiot. You monsters, go somewhere else. Shoo, leave us alone. What are you doing here? Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. Joshua, you're here too. Okay, so that choice had literally no impact. So quit trying to be a glory hog by diving in all by yourself. Lecture me later. Right now, you take care of these things. At least it's none of the plants. Protect all NPCs. Oh, we're at max health and EP. Huge. When NPC's HP reaches 0, the game is over. Alright, let's just go for the same guy. Yeah, try to knock him out of the turn order early on. Don't walk towards them. It's almost as bad as Planetfall AIs. Okay, so depending on what he does, he can get earlier attacks. How does his dual strike do? It's just the same as a normal attack on the action points. So we'll just slam that guy. Why would you walk over there? Oof. Okay, he's got strength up this turn. Go ahead and smack this guy. Holy shit. Okay, so we just kill him this turn.
That's that then. Let's move out.
And it's as easy as that. Star emoji. There was nothing easy about that mess you just got us into. What were you thinking rushing in like that without assessing the situation first? Oh, don't you get your boxer to punch. Everything worked out just fine. Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed him, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ah, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Ow. Alright. I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? Fish. I'm not gonna make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That is part of what it means to be a bracer. What are you doing here? Just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Ina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching your back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So now, So how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her dad. Alright, everyone. Let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Yeah, right. And now, at least an hour of more dialogue before we get to fight anything again. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess we should be thankful my dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. She like stared at the, like, turned around and stared at the camera and everything. I don't know if that's like a reference to something or what. That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. Seems like you've had quite a day. Dad is just unbelievable. The second we get back to rolling, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Dope. Holy shit, 1,000. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. Although you head home. Guess you'd better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived from your father just a little while ago. Fortunately, since you went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? Letter for Cassius. I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. Imagine so. The letter appears to be from our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches. Yes, I'm sure you already know by now, Liberl isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. Okay, I'm just skipping. Let me just go. I want to leave. I didn't mean to walk in here. I guess while I'm here, though, I should probably upgrade my shit. Can I add any extra slots? No, I need more blue and green. More blue and green. Okay, so I have to open them in order. And for Joshua's, I need a lot of everything. I need more blue and green. He only has 2 that are restricted to time courts, which is nice. And then... yeah, it's all the same stuff. Time to cast arts as cut would be huge, though. I don't know if it like turns it down by a whole turn, or if there are arts that are like just crazy amount of turns to do's, or what. Hey Joshua, do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? ... Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with the staff, and your nosy personality does let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our loss tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like that happen today and discourage you? You're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz. Alright then. It's getting late. I'm sure Dad's waiting for us, so let's head home. Roger that. Oh, this is the wrong direction again. I keep thinking, like, that just seems like the way to go. We've done, like, not a lot. How far are we into stream? I'm an hour and a half into stream, and I've done absolutely nothing. Okay, do I need to go up and find him? Well, this isn't the right direction at all. Oh, there's a door here. Come on. We're home. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work. The details of your reports we reviewed at each branch will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of Liberal News you wanted. And here's this letter for you at the guild, too. A letter, huh? I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back a stout quantum. Jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams, I swear that men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Stella's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work, and overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no, are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait, cookie is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now once more. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think we'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling what we can expect, when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. This feels like the end of an anime episode. I might just have to call stream like here, because it's already getting... There's so much exposition tutorial in this game. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the sealed letter. A message from the Irobanian Empire. What? Wow, this is a surprise. The new dish is what I call Estelle Explosion over rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious for a first attempt. This dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes, something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving when? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? No, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know, but what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Only about 5 or 6, so I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am, and I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish. And I'll ask Charizard to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? Sure. Of course I will. You're okay doing these two, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ina know about the change of plans before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish our name while you're gone. I swear I can read. This is so bad today. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Don't call yourself Papa, please. Don't do that. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have the duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45. What's more, I'm very likely the most active member of the entire guild. And not bad for a pair of comedians. But by the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one heading for Grace or the one heading for Buzz? I'll be the one headed for Grace, and my flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. Yeah, I was looking for a good spot to end stream, so I'm hoping there's like a chapter 1 title card or something here. Dad? Are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movie does appear to be overt, but that's just what has me worried. I am so bad at reading right now, I have no clue what's up with this. I intend to do a little probing at the Ereborian Embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl. You hear me? I'm so bad at reading right now, I don't know what's going on. Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present she's... Oh my god, I'm so bad. Yet at present she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since you became part of this family, hasn't it? How does time fly? Yes, I'm sure it does seem that way. About you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, but I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks. Now, yeah, we get a title card. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut my game here. I cut my stream here. Oh, hold on. There's a cutscene first before I can save and exit. I'll let this play out. Now I gotta go through all this. Don't do anything I wouldn't do myself. Try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard with yourself? You know what? I'm just gonna leave the game open. And we're just gonna end stream here. Cause this is a whole pain and a half. I don't want to do any more reading right now. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. There's a lot of dialogue, but I kind of knew that going in. I knew it was like a very slow game. But yeah,